It began with a whisper in the sand. Not a sound, no vibration, no echo, just a pressure. If you'd been there midsummer 2023, with the air still and the horizon wavering under Sudan's heat, you wouldn't have heard it. You'd only feel it, almost as if the desert itself had exhaled. A memory rising, unbidden, from the bones of the earth. No one came looking for it. No legends pointed the way. Just a team of geologists chasing data, following magnetic fields that bent the compass needle and made algorithms spit out nonsense. The drones they flew should have shown nothing but stone and salt. Instead, the images stitched themselves into the impossible. A giant hexagon, precise and seamless, nested underground like a puzzle piece waiting for a question. This was not something carved. It was grown, as if time under pressure had crystallized a thought. Excavation began reluctantly, slow and methodical. Then, all at once, things failed. Machinery died for no reason. GPS clocks spun out, frozen at 03:03 exactly, marking the hour like it was holding its breath. Metal tools rusted to flakes just inches from the opening. And in the middle of it, one man, Marcus Vale, a seizure, field technician, said later, bone-tired, but the EEG was wrong, collapsed. Wrong waves, wrong shapes. When Marcus woke, he couldn't remember his own name. They brought him photographs, asked him questions. None helped. But when they replayed the audio from the chamber, his mouth moved before his mind caught up. He spoke, chanting softly, syllables older than all known alphabets. Languages no living linguist had ever heard aloud. They called the find the 8th chamber. Buried so deep it mocked history. Its walls smooth but not dead, thrumming faintly, exactly like a heartbeat. Not the poet's heartbeat, a real one. Each wall mapped with repeating fractals, mathematical spirals chasing themselves to infinity. Patterns you'd only see in quantum field equations or in the margins of Sumerian rituals, scratched by hands that knew, impossibly, what they meant. Recordings, those that survived, showed briefly, over and over, a single figure. A man, or what seemed once to be human, long-limbed, shadow-floated, with pupils empty and wide. Behind him, what looked at first like darkness in the distance, then revealed as a frozen ocean of white light, suspended mid-wave, clinging upward, terrified as if fleeing from what lay below. Within the chamber lay a tablet. Not stone, not metal. Nothing registered on their tests. It pulsed when touched, like holding a living pulse. One side shimmered with a perfect spinning icosahedron, defying calculation. The other, a human eye. It blinked once and shed a tear that slipped sideways into nothing. The carbon dating was checked and double-checked. Every method, every isotope, every bit of reasonable doubt ruled out. The answer returned. 12,800 BC. Before city, before script. Before myth had the words to know itself. Before any human could have done this. Dr. Alina Greaves, the principal investigator, sent her last report 7 days later. A voice message transmitted at 3:03 in the morning.
It's not dead. It's not dreaming. It's waiting.
She sounded, if anything, hushed, like someone who'd knelt at the altar of something older than God and finally understood what that meant. After that, Alina was gone. Gone so quietly the desert itself might have swallowed her. Soon after, the team dispersed. The chamber, sealed by order, guarded, erased from public record. But stories drifted out. Flickers of rumor, strangers months later waking up unable to recognize their own faces. A string of disappearances near magnetic fault lines. Sleepwalkers in different cities, continents apart, muttering the same precise string of numbers, a latitude, a longitude, always the same expanse of Sudanese sand. And dreams, always the dreams. The desert again, but the sky wrong, a smear of unfamiliar constellations twitching above like broken code. The air buzzing, music barely remembered, cut in and out by static. And when you look down, your shadow isn't there. It is said now officially the chamber is closed, that no evidence remains. But those who walked within it, even for a moment, returned hollowed out, haunted, marked. Some call it a relic, others a warning, some a prison. Marcus Vale is gone too, missing again. But before he vanished, he painted an upside-down tower floating in black. Its roots tangled with stars, reaching not up but down, pulling light into earth. Beneath it, words inscribed shakily in dead Latin, Advenit Memoria. Memory has arrived. The skeptics call it fringe theory, pseudo-archaeology, myth-making masquerading as science. But there's a belief, whispered in certain corners, that myths, dreams, the stories we call fiction, aren't creation. They're seepage, traces of a memory that isn't ours, alive, waiting, leaking through seams in our history. So if tonight sleep brings you sand and the hum of forgotten music, if the whisper comes and you find yourself somewhere beneath strange stars with the heartbeat of the world under your feet, don't run. It remembers you too.